Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And help me welcome my amazing co-host, Aley of Heart and Soul Connected.
Hey,
Welcome to
hey,
Story in the Cards.
that's right. Yeah.
Yay! I look forward to this show.
Yeah. It's
I
it's uh,
really do.
it's fun. It is fun.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. It
Hmm.
it gives us a chance to kind of um, not only discuss the news, but see if we can't find something humorous about the news, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
just quickly going to say hello to Laura Hammond Davis, Edward
Mhm.
Kenneth, Anita Kay, Mary Epperson, Debbie Smith, Butterfly Readings with Linda. Hello, Linda. Venus, we've got Joan Baker, Kay Muldoon, Debbie Smith, Purple Moon Tarot, and Elizabeth. And uh, thank you. My hand is feeling a little better, but I went for x-rays and ultrasound
Mhm.
on it today, so I'll have a much better idea next week when they when their results come back. So
Yeah.
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 And
That's
Jen
good.
B. Visionary, Charlie C. Sage, Linda Miville, Mary Starshine, Woween, Suzanne, Witchy Gardens. Oh my gosh, everybody's here.
Hey,
Yay,
Jen.
all the cool
Yeah.
kids.
It's nice
Yay.
to see everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Helena Harrison, hello. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to
Hmm.
like, share, and subscribe to both our channels.
Hmm.
And what's on your plate, Aley? What have you got?
Well, let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to be on with Aquila B and Ginny, who don't have
Oh,
channels, but they're very intuitive and wonderful. So we're going to do some
yes.
readings tomorrow, and then Sunday I am on with Jean. We're going to talk about intention, and then I have Fernie and Blaine on in the afternoon.
Oh,
Yeah, together.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
perfect.
I know
And,
it.
and
Yeah.
I've got Blaine on Monday.
There
Ah,
you go. There you go. That's awesome.
wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah.
fabulous. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have to tune in to what time is that show on Sunday?
I think it's at 3 o'clock my time, so that's 4 your time. Yeah.
4 o'clock my time.
Yeah. There
Okay.
he's Fernie is right now with Blaine in Oregon. So I
Yes.
said, hey, you might as well both come on together. I
Yep.
said it
Might
may
as
take
well.
more than an hour though, because I'm probably not going to be able to even read, which is fine,
Yes.
but I'll let them do it. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm really excited that the both of them are coming on. Yeah. Hey,
Perfect.
Rossi in Witchy
Ooh,
Gardens.
Lassie. Yes.
Did he
And
finally start his YouTube channel? Oh, you mean Blaine?
Blaine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does have a channel. Fernie set it up for him, but
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. He said all he has to do is think of a password.
right. I've already signed up though. I clicked the button,
Oh,
but
good. Okay. I'll have to check it out myself and
uh-huh.
go on there and make
Yeah.
sure to do that. So
Hmm.
um
And
yeah,
you have him coming on Monday.
I have him coming on Monday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard
Oh,
Time.
good. Okay.
So, I remember what I was going to say. It was Blaine's birthday on this past Sunday on the 11th.
Right.
And if I remember, I think it's
Fernie's
their
the 17th,
their
isn't it?
anniversary, I think, on the 13th. Or
Yes, and
was their
it's Fernie's
anniversary.
birthday. So he's
Oh,
also a Taurus. Yeah, they both are. Yeah. Isn't that
wow.
cool? Yes,
It is.
I
Totally.
know.
Totally. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now that we've got the business end of things, sort of out of the way, and I will mention tomorrow I've got my
On your members
members
meeting.
get together.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to that, and I've sent everyone the invite and the links. So hopefully I'll see a lot of you tomorrow. And then next
Mm-hmm.
Saturday is the 7th Shine Your Light event.
Yep.
So I'll be working on getting that set up over the week and figuring out um, who's going to be coming on and what we're going to talk about and all kinds of lovely different things. But I'm looking forward to the event. And if you're interested in getting a reading from either myself or from Aley, just reach out to us. We'll
Yeah.
send you the information. It doesn't
Absolutely.
cost anything to ask.
Sure.
Right? So yeah, we'll
That's
send
right.
you out the information and then you can take it from there.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
So with what's going on in the news.
Hey, I tell you what, the retribution never will end.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen and Taylor Swift are now being chastised on Truth Social, as
Obviously.
is James Comey, who apparently wrote 8647, which is, when I was growing up, to 86 something was to throw it away. That's all. It's not a big deal. And he thinks it's like, being murdered or something. And so now he's got his group of people going after it. And somebody said on one of the news shows, what the hell's the matter with him? And they said, well, it's him making the retribution, because remember when Biden was in the trunk of the car in a picture that was fake, and he said something about that? And there were other examples of that as well.
Yes.
I think he posted a picture of underwear and a hammer, and said that he was going as Paul Pelosi for Halloween. And so, but you can't take what he gives out. He can't. He just can't.
No.
Yeah.
He is the world's biggest baby. And one of the things that that I wanted to kind of bring up tonight was his trip to yes, and talking about groceries. It's an old-fashioned term.
It's an old-fashioned term, groceries.
Groceries.
Whose house is that old-fashioned? I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, right up there with, courting, going to the pictures, huzzah, hark, it's groceries. And and he's the he's the guy that is over there with hat in hand, please.
Did you hear about McDonald's? Did you hear about McDonald's?
Where they had no, which one?
While he was in Qatar, they had a mobile McDonald's follow him wherever he went, so he could be free to get what he wanted to eat.
I
don't know, but I picked something. I'd even pick Jersey Mike's over McDonald's, but what are you going to say?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Oh, geez. Yeah. So, yeah, he's over there, and he was talking a blue streak about all kinds of different things. And one of the, let me see, I want to make sure that I've got this right. One of the speeches that he gave, he talked about U.S. Interventionism, saying that the so-called nation builders and neocons giving you lectures on how to live and how to govern your own affairs.
Yep.
Okay. Then he says, far too many American presidents have been afflicted with the notion that it's our job to look into the souls of foreign leaders and use U.S. policy to dispense justice for their sins. And then he went on to say, it's God's job to sit in judgment. My job is to defend America.
Then why was he criticizing America in several speeches while he was there? I mean, you're the president of a country. You're not in your own country. You're telling people in another country that it's just bananas to me. It
I
just
know. And while he's doing this, interventionism and blah 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 and on, JD Vance, when they were talking about the what's going on in India and Pakistan, and JD Vance said that fundamentally it's none of our business. We can't control those countries.
oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
fundamentally it's none of our business.
Huh. But
And then
why are we doing other shit
yeah,
out the other side of our mouth? Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So Mark Rubio made some calls, as did other countries, and to kind of de-escalate things. Well, now, on the heels of, it's not our job, and we shouldn't be looking at foreign leaders and blah 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 blah. And Trump says, yes, it was U.S. diplomacy that brokered the deal.
Right.
You just said you don't want to get
Right.
involved. You don't need
You
to
don't
get
want to get
involved.
involved. Right.
But
Right.
yeah, U.S. did this, and again, India said, no, we dismissed that comment. No, they were not involved in that.
Right.
So
Well, it's just like this military parade. He went over to see Macron, I guess, and he was
mhm,
there during some, and he said,
Bastille
he's
Day.
telling all the guys in the Qatar Air Base, well, we did more for World War II than France did, and they have a parade. I want one. I want one.
And I want it
That's
now.
right.
Hey, Sherry. Hey, Amanda Carroll. Jana, DC, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for being
Yeah.
here. So, yeah, he's
Yeah.
the more he speaks, the more he comes across as being the idiot in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Linda.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah,
Linda. Mary. Oh,
yeah.
I know. The idiot in chief. By the way, I have
Mhm.
to tell you this. I saw somebody decided to call Stephen Miller Pee Wee German.
I love it. I love it.
I couldn't let that one go. I thought that was
No,
great.
no, no, no. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yes, I like that. Pee Wee
Uh,
German.
uh-huh.
That man gives me the creeps.
hmm
He
Yeah.
did.
Oh, he's very
Oh,
creepy. Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Marina, I saw there was a whole list, and I mean, it was this long, of the billionaires that accompanied him over there when he was over there. Did you know that? That there were all
No,
these
I
people?
didn't.
Yeah. They all went over there with him. Like, I don't know if Zuckerberg did, but Elon was there
Yeah, I
and
knew
few
Elon
others.
was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're trying to come up with all these deals. He so desperately needs some kind of a major win
hmm
that yeah, he's willing to bend over backwards and hold the jar of Vaseline. Just yeah,
He is.
to
Yeah.
to get a win. And it's not going to work.
Not going well for him today. Lots of things against what he wants. Some good and
Yeah.
some fair, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, we can start to pull some cards on five, and this was a good news, maybe not so good news kind of story.
Yeah.
That five Republicans sided with the Democrats, and blocked Trump's big beautiful bill. And when I read that, I thought, oh good, okay,
hmm
they're starting to see the light, and so on. Well, basically what they were concerned about was that the cuts weren't deep enough in the bill.
Well, yeah, they
That
don't like the 4 trillion, that's for sure. That's why we thought it was good. But
yes,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's they don't want to saddle their children and grandchildren with trillions and trillions
Mhm.
of dollars of debt.
Right.
But they're willing to um, they're willing to throw the least among them under the bus. Like, the
Yes.
Medicaid cuts aren't deep enough.
Right.
The Democrats wanted the green energy tax cuts. No, can't have that. That's,
Yeah.
too
No,
far right.
nothing too liberal, Yeah.
No. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, I thought that we can take a look at that. I know that it was 5 of them who sided with the Dems. Do you think it's possible that some of these guys are finally starting to realize that they're going to have to, whatever they do, they're going to have to go back to their constituents and say, yeah, guess what we did? Yeah, we're taking away your Medicaid.
Right.
And the SNAP programs, not so much. So your kids aren't going to have lunch. But hey, we made sure that those snowflakes didn't get that green energy tax cut that they were after.
That's right. And we definitely, we'll be able to still have this huge parade for himself's birthday, Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's, what's it? Yeah, you know what? Tra-la-la-la-la. There. You just.
This is it. Throwing good money after bad.
Yes.
Bank currency. Yeah. But look at what's next. Declassified documents.
Oh.
And so I'm wondering, I think there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm hoping so anyway. Yeah.
I think that you're probably right on that. That there are things happening behind the scenes, and I'm quite okay with that. Mm-hmm. And yes, someone had mentioned about Moody's dropping the US's credit rating. Yes, they did. And they said it was dropped basically due to a decade of what was it now? Hold on. Where's my notes? Due to more than a decade of government debt and interest payments that are out. Yeah, they're uncontrollable. So what that means is that it's going to be harder for the U.S. to borrow money. Mm-hmm. Right? Or they're going to have to pay more in interest.
Right.
How does that make sense with, adding trillions and trillions of dollars?
And it doesn't make sense because the GOP is the one that's a picayune about this money. They're always saying it's the Democrats that want to spend.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that are doing this. They're agreeing to it. And it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And is someone going to call them on it? Are they going to
And Linda's right. She said it'll take 20 years at least to undo the damage. And even then we won't be trusted. You're absolutely right, Linda.
Yes.
We won't. Yeah.
Yes.
We won't. Because we may let somebody else get back in that's just as bad as that person is. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They're when you attack your friends and and it reminds me so much of, remember in the old days, when old-fashioned things, when children would act out and the mom would say, wait till your father gets home.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Instead of taking care of the problem, right? Wait till your father gets home. That's basically what Trump is doing. I'm imposing tariffs. Okay, no, I'm taking it back. But we're going to do this. No, we're going to do that.
Yeah. So, I don't know what I'm doing. I decide every morning when I get up, I flip a coin. One of my meme coins. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
I
yes,
know.
Janet, yeah, too old for this nonsense.
Yeah. But
Absolutely.
even if we were younger, we'd be too old for it. So yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. So I have to, though, tell you something really good I heard today. Made me so happy. Pete Buttigieg went to Iowa and he did a town hall. And there was a guy that stood up, and he was ex-sergeant major, retired sergeant major in the Army. And he was talking and people were cheering him on. And he was saying, what, this guy is doing to the veterans and blah, blah, blah. And finally, the last thing he said, he said, thank you so much. He said, it's so wonderful to be able to ask people a question that can that can give a complete sentence as an answer. And the whole crowd absolutely cheered. Now, if you're losing, and we got in, what is it? Omaha, Nebraska got a Black Democratic mayor. This is big, whether we tend to think so or not. Nobody does that in those states. Yeah.
So, tell me again how this, how he won by millions and millions, millions and millions and gazillions.
Right.
Yeah, it was the biggest victory in the history of presidential
victories. Yes, absolutely.
So there's, I think that the Republicans are realizing that they're going to have to face their constituents, that the people who they lied to in order to get back in power.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to go back and say, okay, here's the good news. There is no good news.
I know.
There is no good news. But,
well, that's why they won't show up at the town halls either, Marina, because they carried this woman out. I don't even remember where it was. Maybe it's in New York. And she was the therapist, and she was like 60 years old. And she said something, and they didn't like it. And the police picked her up and carried her out.
Yes.
What the hell? It's like we all have the right to free speech, First Amendment.
First Amendment. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You don't have to like what I say. What was that phrase about? I may not.
I didn't have to agree with you, but I defend your right to your beliefs. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and that's.
I love that. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, it is going to take a long, long time before, before America is seen as the kind of the world leader, because it's not. Yeah. And Play Love Remember says she sued them. Good. I hope
there's somebody else that did the same thing. Was it in Michigan or Wisconsin? She was kicked out, and earlier, like in February or something, and she was also like a therapist or a professor or something. Yes, it was Voltaire. Yes. You're absolutely right. Yeah,
exactly. Perfect. Oh, let me come up here. Thank you for that, Linda.
Yeah.
And Jason Vincent is a new member.
Oh, congratulations, Jason.
Yeah. And yes, Mary Starshine said, that they voted against it because it didn't cut enough.
I know that. I was happy until Marina told me. I hadn't realized. I thought it was like they grew a spine, but I guess it wasn't. Yeah, I know. Just makes no sense.
Yeah. And very nice. Elizabeth said Al Green was in the House today putting forth impeachment articles.
So was there's another guy, his name is Senator. No, he's a congressman. Sorry. I can't think of him, but he's from India. He's an immigrant from India, and he has gotten a spot in the Congress, and he put it up. He was on the floor for an hour. I want to say Wednesday. And he did some never used style of doing this, where they have to do something about it within 2 days. Now, I don't know what happened, but since Al was there today, I think they were probably working on that, but it was, yeah, like Shri Valnader, or yeah, you're right.
Yes.
But he had a very thick accent, but
Yes.
brilliant guy. He said, I'm not going to sit here. He said, I don't really care if anybody likes what I'm doing or not. But he brought up this never used or very rarely used part. So we got some people with some, what is the
Cojones.
word? Cojones. Thank you.
Cojones.
Michigan rep. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Perfect.
You.
Perfect. Okay. So is it going to go ahead? Are we soon going to hear that the impeachment is moving ahead? Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Future time.
Oh, future time. Okay. I got somebody offering a donation. I'm thinking, you know how that goes. But I also get lies and deception. So I can see Trump paying some of these people off, can't you?
Yes, because my next card out is all for money.
Oh, that's all it ever is. It's just such an incredible world that we live in with regard to power hungry, and why would we want to pay our taxes here in this country?
Yes.
So the billionaires don't have to pay them. Now that just doesn't make any sense to me. And how can that make sense to anybody, even if they're hog-tied and hornswoggled? I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, well, there's hope. Let's send them all kinds of white light and good energy, so that maybe that something will be offered, maybe money will be offered, and let's hope that they say, no, take your money.
Yeah.
Stick it where the sun don't shine. Yeah.
Well, here's one for you. Don't let your thoughts fuck you over.
Yeah.
Yes. So that means, what that means is, with what Marina said, is stay happy, stay thinking good things, even though we'd like to go the other way. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they don't care about it. No, they don't.
And this is interesting. I did not see this. What happened with the Pope not shaking the orange baboon's hand? I just saw the headline with it. Oh, with his hand out and the Pope not. Never know to say
I didn't think it was the Pope. I thought it was somebody else that refused to shake his hand. Was it Macron? I think Macron refused to shake his hand.
Yes.
I know that, but I didn't know the Pope didn't.
Yeah. I don't remember hearing anything about him being scheduled to go to Rome or anything along those lines. I mean, he would make such a big deal about what, the American president is going to visit the American Pope.
Right.
Right. So
the Pope did refuse, Linda. Wow. Well, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like this guy even more now.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, good. Yeah, good for him. Good for him.
Oh, he hasn't met with the new Pope. Well, so this wasn't when he was there. No, because that was the funeral. Oh,
yeah.
All right. Yeah, maybe not then. Yeah. Maybe not.
Well. I think that is absolutely fabulous. Oh, he turned away.
Disgrace. Yeah. And I love that he doesn't know where his hand was. Yeah. I love that.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Perfect sense. Yeah. All righty. So yes, what else did I have on here? I know what we have to take a look at, folks. And this is, don't judge me. But apparently, the statue of the First Lady,
Oh, yes.
Melania Trump, in her home country of Slovenia,
Uh-huh.
outside of, or close to the city where she was born. Apparently, someone did something to the statue, so that now the only thing that remains is the stump of wood that the statue was on, and the 2 feet.
Oh,
So
so you got her feet and her legs?
no, not her legs,
Oh, not
just
her
her
legs.
feet.
Just her
Just
feet. Just her
just
feet.
her feet. Yes. And yeah, the locals are they're investigating, they're going to look into it.
Yeah.
But local authorities have also said that the statue was not something anyone was proud of.
That's pretty sad.
I
Like
know.
nobody's from that country that's
Yes.
popular anywhere, but the
No.
person that is, they're not proud of.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, some of the locals said that it was a disgrace,
Oh.
and that the statue looked more like Smurfette than Melania.
Oh, I did not know that.
Because yes, it was a statue that was carved by some local artist, and with a chainsaw or whatever.
Uh-huh,
Anyway,
uh-huh.
and then they painted it with kind of it was a light blue color, and it was kind of looked like the outfit that she was wearing for when he was inaugurated the first time. Remember that blue outfit that,
Yeah.
look at me, I'm Jackie O. Um, yeah.
Oh, she
So,
was dressed like her. She had that coat that she
yes,
wore. Okay, that's why they did it.
yes, with the gloves and everything was that. Yeah. So now
Mhm.
this is not the first time that the statue has disappeared. No, no,
Maybe
no,
they
no,
wanted
nay,
matching
nay.
statues. Maybe that's what it is. Because look what I got. I got joined forces, and there's two people, two women.
So where?
Maybe they'll find it, like bookends.
Yes, you never
Yeah,
know. Yeah,
yeah.
the first statue was actually, I think it was presented or put up, whatever, in July of 2019.
Okay.
And again, folks went, oy vey,
Yep.
Well, apparently the following year, on July 4th, America's Independence Day,
Mm,
2020, someone burnt the statue down.
okay. Wow. Like effigy.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So do we um think that
Hated it.
she's she hated it? Oh,
Okay.
well,
That's
why?
it.
But it was an effigy to her, you know.
I
Yeah,
don't. Well, she should have worn her coat. I don't really care. Do you?
no, no. Yeah. So
Oh
what do
my
we
goodness.
think? Are they going to try for a third time, or does she get the message that you're not,
Yeah.
you may have been born here, but you're not
But we
from
don't
around.
really like you that much.
Like, yeah,
Not only
we don't.
that, but I think they should. Somebody was saying that PJ, but Pritzker, the senator, the governor of
Yeah.
Illinois, he liked that picture of Trump with the fat face that Trump had a mortified. He was mortified. Somebody said that he should buy it and keep showing it, and so they could put the picture of Trump with this other new statue, and it would just be a delight. It would be like salt and pepper shakers.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And oh
Oh,
my gosh, where's the comment? Yeah. Martha Griffin said, so glad to hear that she hated it, but was it probably because it wasn't a nude?
Probably.
Hey.
Yes. Oh
Yes.
my God. That's crazy. So I get planned outcome. If they put it up, it will go back down again because tension will escalate. It's like, don't keep it, which by the way, everybody, I saw this fabulous retort. There's a big picture of Trump, his face, and it looks like it's on a building, and it looks like Mao's picture. And, if you were in a communist country,
Yes.
they have a picture of. And so somebody put a picture of Abraham Lincoln on 3 or 4 windows down with an arm pointing and giving him the finger. It was like, thank you, Abraham.
Yes. Yes,
I'm sure he's
absolutely.
not like that very much. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Well, what I get is for Melania is trains or transport.
Oh.
So, yeah. You put up another statue or somebody puts up another statue of her, it's going to come down.
Planned outcome.
Yep, absolutely. No. Totally. And hiding something. They see her for who and what she is.
Yeah. Russian asset. Entertainment purposes only. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, Linda, you're a riot. I think there's a museum of bad painting somewhere. Don't know if it includes statutory. Oh, wow.
Hey, you could always start something, right? It's kind of like that the big palace in the sky that's going to go to his presidential library.
Yes, you could put all this wonderful art in there. So because you can't use it after that. The other thing people are saying is, why does he want a 13-year-old, we're getting rid of this anyway, plane? That's not really a compliment.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
And, he's complaining about how long it's taking for him to get the new Air Force One plane and
right.
Delays and blah, blah, blah. Hello, asshole. Obama ordered a new one and you put a kibosh on it. Way to go. Way to cut off your nose to spite your face. Good on you. Thank you, Edward. Edward has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. That is wonderful. Yes.
Wonderful, Edward.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, Linda de Gonzalez got one.
Okay. All right.
Wonderful. Fabulous. I can never see. I don't know how you guys see, but I can never see.
I know you can't see it, Marina, unless you look on your phone. And it will say, this one was gifted, this one. Now you notice Linda was because and Old Silver was. Old Silver actually was gifted one by me on my show the other day.
Oh,
and Amanda Carroll. There you go. And everybody that it's just done randomly. Nobody picks them, the computer does. Yeah. So congratulations, everybody.
Exactly.
Just in time to beat Marina's. So make sure you let Marina know if you want to go to her meeting tomorrow. Right, Marina?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Make sure that I have your email address, and I'll get you added to the list.
There you go.
And you can join the party tomorrow. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yay. Perfect. Thank you.
Great. Yes, you got Don Lemon? Wow. Now that one I'd like to see. Wow. I love Don Lemon. Yeah.
Yeah. So Linda, make sure you send me an email, or any of you that were gifted the membership, send me an email at heartcentertarot@outlook.com. And I'll make sure that I get it out to you. Oh, it's fabulous. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thank you, Liz. Liz always comes to the members meetings, and it's so lovely to have her there. So
I know, and she's one of my new members. I ended up gifting 5 memberships the other day, or 10, I guess. And I got some people that have never been in, and I got some people coming back. So it's nice.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he would be dazzled if the interior of the plane was spray painted gold. Yeah, absolutely. And this is, I mean, it's got like 6 bathrooms, and yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of gold plating and and whatnot. So he's impressed by that. He
Oh,
really is.
well, he
You
has
know?
a gold toilet in the White House.
Yes, he
And it's
does.
like, you know,
Yeah,
the amount of oh, the ego is just
I know.
unbelievable.
I know. I think that he believes that if he covers the White House and if he redoes the White House with all these gold things that he claims is real gold rather than gold foil, I'm sorry, um, that it puts him on par with the people who actually can afford the real
Uh-huh.
gold. So no,
So speaking of weird things, today, Cabinet Secretary Transportation Duffy is really needing to clean a lot of things up, especially in Newark. But he came on to announce that he has rescued a beautiful painting from in the cellar of Jesus floating over a rowboat. And it's taken its proper place now in his office. But nothing about anything else. It's just that picture. That picture is in a good place. It's fabulous.
Well, absolutely. And it is absolutely the kind of thing that Jesus himself would
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yes. Yes.
yeah,
Absolutely.
if you had asked him,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, I mean, he probably would have signed it. So, they might have to take a look at that painting and see if there isn't a part that is signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Duffy isn't the one. It's Hedgeseth, I think.
Oh, Hegseth. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. That's another ding ding. Yes, you're right. Look at this is what Trump wants. He wants to be
yes,
royal family. And he wants to be like the Emir of Qatar and all the other
yes,
people over there. And he only really went over there so he could just be wined, not he doesn't drink, but wined and dined basically and given. And there's a picture of him walking through a whole group of young girls who are standing in line and they have long hair and they're floating their hair at him as he's walking down the pathway in this hallway. And they're all young Muslim girls honoring him by showing him their hair because, you're supposed to have that covered. So it's the equivalent of the beauty pageant, I guess. Yeah. And you just have to wonder what those guys do behind the scenes as well, don't you? Yeah.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
Because that is, yeah, for everyone else, my hair needs to be covered. In fact, if it's not covered, you can be killed. Remember,
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
that one girl who didn't have the.
Yeah. Yes, you
Yeah.
can. That's right. You can be killed. And
Yes, exactly.
Edward wants me to tell you about this. But Edward, you know what I found out? That somebody said it wasn't true. It was AI. But the Emir of Qatar was this long, convoluted thing that said basically this man is a creep, and he was kind about it. But then I put it up on my Facebook page, and then someone said, "Oh no, that's AI," which I don't really know if it is. But that's what we have to deal with these days.
Yes.
But I liked whatever it was. I liked what he said. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, with
I know. It makes you want to go take a shower, doesn't it?
I know. It's that
Yeah.
that is so, to me, it is. It's so dirty. It's so disgusting that, they can stone a woman to death for not
Mhm.
being a proper Muslim woman and for not
Yeah.
covering her hair. But for someone like him, it's like, oh, here,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Well,
you
it's the
know,
same with LGBTQ, especially gay
yes,
men. They throw them off the top of buildings,
yes,
and it's just the whole idea of it. And the other thing I remember hearing a long time ago was that with these guys, when the emir or these imams and so on,
yes.
when they get on a plane and they get out of the country, they eat pork, they drink,
Oh, yes.
all that stuff. And it's like,
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
just like
Yes.
some of the ministers in the fundamental churches and what they do behind the scenes,
Yes.
so
Yes.
hypocritical, everything. Yeah.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Yes, Maureen,
That's
not
right.
enough stage. No.
Yeah,
No.
you're right.
No. There just isn't. Yeah.
There is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay.
Mm.
Hold on. Let me see what have we got here. Um,
Yes,
yeah,
Rose.
moved up the rating. And okay, Witchy Gardens. Do you think the Supreme Court will roll back on giving Trump immunity? I think that they're going to try,
I hope so.
because yeah, they realize that they've created this mess, right? They have,
Except for Alito and Thomas. Yeah,
of
they
course.
they voted against
Yeah.
Whatever the others vote for, they vote against. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So, will the Supreme Court be rolling back?
I get darkness and outage. And I don't know, this seems to connect more with what's going on with the solar flares than it does that. And I'm
Yes.
wondering if maybe it will create some, I don't know. What do you got? Yeah.
Well, I start off with the royal family. This is basically what they gave him, right? By saying, no, yeah, you have immunity. Is, yeah, they set up the royal family, but then I get earthquake shakeup.
Oh, and we're supposed to
Oh,
get an earthquake. Linda G said we're supposed to get an earthquake here in Washington State.
okay.
Yeah. And
Well, unless they realize what they have done by giving him the royal family kind of thing, and
yeah.
they're going to come out against it.
Well, I get downgraded. And so
Oh,
maybe what they're going to do, and it's my second card, but maybe what they're going to do is say, well, we're not going to give him complete immunity. Let's just change it to this thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's like they're not going to go all the way back. They may roll back some. I don't know.
wow.
He's not I don't know why they haven't arrested him. He has not let that man leave El Salvador.
Yes.
And he had it's been 9 or 10 days. He was supposed to have
Yes.
that done. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Right.
and the judge did say that, there maybe some people need to spend a little bit of time in jail. Well, I hope that she follows through with that. I
know.
really, really honestly do.
Me
Is,
too.
yeah, throw them in jail. And yeah, when do you get out? When what's his name? Abrego, when
Yeah.
he's back in
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When he's back in the US, you can leave your jail cell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah.
they are calling in the National Guard, by the way, into Texas to work the border. And somebody said that he's got some kind of provision in Project 2025 that says he's going to be in charge of the police force. I just can't believe that, but I wouldn't believe all this either. So I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. Project 2025 really does want to consolidate all the decision making sort of with Yeah, with one person,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
think Gilead and think of the high commander and the other commanders that report to the high commander, but he gets to
Yeah.
decide, you know,
Yeah, they are
everything
rough.
in the end. Yeah. So, okay, let me let's do that. Supreme Court. Let's do that. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anyone.
When
Uh,
pigs fly.
yeah, when pigs fly.
Which
Yeah.
reminds me, there was a gal I used to know that was a friend of mine, and she said she'd never get married again. Never, 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 never. Only when pigs flew. And so she did, and everybody sent her little statues of pigs flying. Yeah, it was funny.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So, Pope 14 response to African Tahora's letter. If you have not, it's a must listen. I've never heard a Pope speak so succinctly and truth about the church and past
oh.
offenses.
Are you talking about Rabindranath Tagore, the man that wrote,
Yes,
it
I
would be
think
from,
so.
okay. Wow.
Wow, excellent. Well,
Yeah, this man is brilliant, I sense. Yeah, he really is. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
There, uh, he is definitely the Pope for the times.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's funny because I saw, and I can't remember if it starred or not, um, but someone had mentioned that yeah, Steve Bannon is going on and on about how yeah, the this Pope was elected. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get it wrong. So whoever put that comment up, can you
Mhm.
please repost it? Right,
Okay.
so that
About what Stevie Three Shirts said? Okay.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Stevie Three
All right.
Shirts, yeah, and Donnie Two Dolls.
And it isn't fair. He gets a parade and he gets anything he wants, but girls only get $2 for Christmas,
Yes, yeah.
because
Oh
kids don't
my god.
matter. Yeah. Yeah.
No, 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 no. You don't need that many.
Yeah. That's right.
And artist Liz, did you hear the Donnie Two Dolls wants to take everyone's guns away? What?
Hadn't
What?
heard that one. That seems hard to believe, but we are living in a weird world. Imagine
Absolutely.
$2.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those shirts soak up his booze. Oh, no kidding. That's why he wears them.
Oh,
I just can't imagine even walking by him. His hair looks greasy and he's wearing these shirts. I just imagine that he has this odor. And
mhm. Yeah,
that's why he
absolutely.
fits in so well with someone else. That's what is it? The reporter said that his odor control doesn't work on his dependents.
No. Yes. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
absolutely. And I
Mhm.
was watching a
Oh,
show and they had oh my
yeah.
gosh, and I'm gonna get his name wrong, but he interviewed Trump a couple times. Um and he's called Trump out a couple times. Anyway, this the guy speaks truth, okay?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
yeah, when they kind of zoomed in on him, I noticed that he had three shirts on, and I went, no, 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 no. From here on in, okay, yeah. If you're if you're a liberal, and if you call, yeah, if you speak truth to people, yeah, you
Yeah.
cannot wear three shirts. Okay, you
That's
can't wear
right.
a
You
t-shirt
can.
and something. No, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, Martha Griffin says, yeah, whoops, sorry. Let's hope that he's taking
Yeah.
the guns away. Uh, you know, I would not be surprised if he was to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's afraid that someone might do a pew pew.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bannon said the election was rigged. He does not say that the Christian nationalists tried to bribe the Cardinals. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? You can't you can't look for conspiracy everywhere, right? And that's what these guys peddle. They peddle
They do.
conspiracy and fear and blah 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 blah. So yeah, and Roxy says, yeah, he's afraid that Mega will come after him for breaking all his promises.
He should be afraid. They're not happy. And people are calling, actually. And I hope, I said to Keith, I said, I really think we should make sure that this really happens. There's enough veterans that have lost their jobs, lost their VA benefit, or, doctors and this and that. All veterans should show up at that parade and stand there and block it. Are military going to do that to their veterans? Are they going to run them over? I hope not. And then somebody else said that June 14th was going to be Barack Obama Day.
Oh my God. Oh, please.
Yes.
Please let it be.
Let it be. That's right.
Let it be.
Yeah.
I think that would be fabulous.
I know.
In
a tan suit even. Yeah. Actually, he can hang in with his bathing suit and he'd be fine. Yeah.
and remember, someone had asked that you need to on June 14th post and repost anything fabulous having to do with Obama. Yeah.
Definitely. And flood all social media with pictures of Obama, with everything about Obama, because he doesn't care about Joe. That's nothing. He cares about Obama. He doesn't like that at all. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone will be posting pictures. Yes, absolutely. I have a few that, I'm going to try to get out there and, Obama, especially the ones of Obama in that tan suit.
I love
he
that.
Rocked that. Yeah. He did.
Yeah,
he rocked
that. He did. And it's just, whatever the Democrats do is always considered to be weird and stupid and all that. But we don't have the corner on that. By the way, there's going to be a huge, huge concert and on the Ellipse with a whole host of country music folks like Kid Rock and all the famous ones.
Yes, the ones that
Ted Nugent.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do I get me a ticket to that concert?
I know.
Yeah.
It will be hard to beat. I tell you that. One nostril had reconstruction surgery. Whose? JD's? Did JD put his nose in some candy? Is that what people are saying?
Uh-oh.
What happened? I got to go back.
Yeah. Hold on now.
He got caught with his hand in the nose candy bag. It's like, old man, most don't know Humpty had been an active cocaine addict since 1980 and Adderall. Right. We know that. We know that. That's why he can't control his function.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's, you know what? Yeah. There's shitty things happen to you when you abuse drugs, just saying.
They do. Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Kid Rock is losing money in his restaurant because of losing his immigrant workers.
Oh, sure he is. Well, he's also dating Lauren Boebert, from what I hear. Bobo. Yes, he threatened Springsteen and Taylor Swift again.
Yeah.
We did.
because that's, that's what you do, right? When you're
Oh yeah.
king, you can do all that. Yeah. His tutor is broken from all the nose candy.
That's a
Yes.
good one. Yes, Liz.
I like
Yeah.
that. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we are getting
Oh yeah, we're at
close
the
to,
end.
yeah, well, 1 hour.
Yeah,
We just hit 1 hour.
we did.
So this is I'm you know how much I love this show, and you know how much I love the fact that we can get blah blah blah, and we can say things that sometimes we have to be careful of what we say on other shows, but it's entertainment purposes
That's
only.
fine. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, before I start, with the diarrhea of the mouth and just keep going on and on and on. So I will say thank you to all of you for spending part of your Friday evening with us.
Yeah.
We know we appreciate you.
We do.
We really, really do. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Thanks for being with us. We and look at we have a gross of people here. We have 100.
yes, we do.
Which is a gross. Thank you.
Yeah, it
And
is.
you're not gross, but it is a
No.
gross.
Yeah. And thank you, Edward. Yeah, we love doing this for you guys. We really, really do. So
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank
and
you.
Aley, as always, I couldn't do this with anyone else.
I
So
know. Yeah.
yeah,
We have a good time, Marina. Thanks, everybody.
we do.
Thank you, Marina. Always have
We
fun.
do.
Yeah.
All right. So you all have a great weekend. If you're in Canada, have a fabulous long weekend.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. And we will see you next week. We're doing some great things. So make sure you check out our
Yeah.
YouTube pages to find out what we're up to. Okay.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone. Bye
Bye,
for now.
everyone.